Welcome back.
So welcome back. So today we're going to make some chicken sliders. It's going to be absolutely delicious. We're going to make them 3 different ways. A barbecue one, a buffalo chicken one, and a bacon jalapeno one. It's going to be absolutely delicious. So before we get started, here's a little joke for you. The other day I was walking down the street dressed as a screwdriver. Needless to say, I turned a few heads. Ha ha ha, terrible, terrible, terrible. So without further ado, let's get cooking.
Let's get cooking!
We're going to start by making the buns for the sliders. We're going to start with 3/4 cup of milk that's between 110 degrees Fahrenheit and 120 degrees Fahrenheit. And we're going to add, with too much force, 3 tablespoons of sugar, 2 1/4 teaspoons of yeast, and then we're going to mix that on up and set this to the side and let that yeast activate.
This we did last time.
Yeah. By the time you're in kindergarten, you're going to know how to make bread.
You want to go in kindergarten and play with me, Mommy and Daddy, and Pepper and Ethan? You want to all go in kindergarten and make bread?
While that's doing this thing, we're going to take 1 egg and beat that egg in a bowl.
We're good. Done.
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah! Awesome!
Once that is homogeneous, we're going to add it to our mixing bowl. We're going to add our 3 tablespoons of melted butter, half cup of milk that's also at 110 degrees Fahrenheit, 1 teaspoon of salt, and add half of our 3 cups of flour. Then we're going to mix that on up, making sure to scrape the sides to get everyone incorporated. Once that's nearly incorporated, we're going to add our activated yeast, which is nice and frothy, and then the rest of our flour. Then we're going to continue to mix and knead that up in the mixer for about 5 minutes. We're then going to take a bowl and oil the sides with olive oil. This will prevent the dough from sticking to the sides. We're going to then transfer the dough into the bowl. Side note, your dough will be sticky at this point, so don't fear if that's the case, it's expected. Then we're going to cover this with saran wrap and set this in a warm place to rise until it's doubled in size. I like to set it in the toaster oven at 120 degrees or on keep warm, just so that helps rise the dough faster. Once our dough guy has doubled in size, we're going to punch the air out of him as he tries to fight back by trying to take Ellie's fist. Then we're going to take him out and put him on a floured surface. At this point, we're going to coat him in flour all the way around just to prevent him from sticking to anything. Then we're going to tear off balls of dough. We want these to be about half the size of the slider buns because they will continue to rise. Then we're going to tuck the sides into the back, giving the roll a nice smooth outside, and then roll the ball between your fingers to get it nice and round. Then we're going to take a beat up egg white and brush all the bun. This will help give it a nice shine, and it will allow the sesame seeds that we're going to sprinkle on top something to stick to.
They're going to be delicious.
They're going to be delicious? Yes, they are. We're then going to set these to the side and let these rise for about 45 minutes.
Oh, Dad! How they looking?
We want these to have risen some, but not quite doubled in size. Then we're going to throw these into the oven at 375 degrees Fahrenheit for about 15 to 20 minutes or until they're nice and golden brown on top.
Dad, I'll need this one first.
How is it?
Good.
Next up, we're going to cook our chicken. Here we're just using some chicken thighs just because I like dark meat better than white meat. But you can use chicken breast if you want. Which meat do you like better, dark or white? Let us know in the comments down below. We are going to drizzle some olive oil on top and sprinkle some salt on top as well. Throw these guys into the oven at 400 degrees Fahrenheit for about 30 to 40 minutes or until the internal temperature has reached about 165 degrees Fahrenheit. While we're baking these in the oven, we're going to make our toppings, starting with some sliced onions. We're just going to throw these guys into a pan with a little bit of olive oil, get these guys sauteed up nicely. Basically, we just want to cook these until they start to get a little golden brown on the outside. Next up, we're going to make our homemade barbecue sauce. We're going to start with 1 cup of ketchup and add 1/4 cup of apple cider vinegar, 1 tablespoon of garlic powder, 1 tablespoon of paprika, 1 tablespoon of horseradish sauce, and 1/4 cup of honey. Then we're going to mix this all up in the bowl. Note that this barbecue sauce is on the tangy side. It tastes a lot like the barbecue sauce you would get at a Chinese restaurant. So if you don't like that, you can always just use whatever barbecue sauce you want. Then we're going to heat this on up in the skillet just to get those flavors to get to know each other a little better. Once that has simmered for about 35 minutes, we're going to take it off and set that to the side. Next up, we're going to make the jalapeno bacon jam. For this, we're going to cook 4 slices of chopped up bacon pieces, and we're just going to get that cooked up. And then once that's cooked up, we're going to drain off the grease, then add half a cup of candied jalapenos. The video on how to make that is up in the top right corner. You want to make sure you get the juice of the candied jalapenos and not just the jalapenos. That will basically turn into our jam part, which is what we're looking for. Then we're going to cook that juice down just a little more, just to kind of thicken it up a little bit and get the bacon and the jalapenos to get to know each other and merge those flavors. And then once that's simmered for about 3 minutes, we're just going to go ahead and set that to the side. Then we're going to toast our buns. Always make sure to toast your buns. They're just so much better when you do. For this, we're going to slice them in half, apply some butter to each half, set them butter side down in a skillet. Once these guys turn golden brown around the edges, they're ready to go. Now it's assembly time. We're going to start with the buffalo sliders. We're going to take our hot sauce, which I forgot to turn the camera on for, but it's simple. It's just half part Sweet Baby Ray's buffalo sauce and half part Frank's hot sauce. So really easy. We're going to take our chicken thighs, slice those in half, throw them in some hot sauce and get them coated all the way around. Once we have that, we're going to take our buns, add a slice of cream cheese, a slice of provolone cheese, half of our chicken thigh, and a little dab of ranch. Almost forgot, some sauteed onion. For the barbecue slider, we're going to take our buns, add half a chicken breast, add some sauteed onion, a couple dabs of barbecue sauce, and then our provolone cheese. For the jalapeno bacon jam one, we're going to take our bun, add half chicken thigh, add a slice of cream cheese, half a slice of provolone cheese, and then a couple dabs of jalapeno bacon jam. Then we're going to throw these all in the toaster oven at about 350 degrees Fahrenheit for about 35 minutes. Really, we just want to get that cheese nice and melted.
So we have a hamburger buns.
Hamburger buns. There we have our chicken sliders. So without further ado, let's get taste testing. So we'll start with the buffalo chicken.
This one too.
Take a bite, Elle?
Go for it.
It's not too hot.
Thank you.
You don't like it? Too spicy? You. That's pretty gross.
Well, it might not be kid approved, but I sure like it.
I don't like it.
I agree. It's absolutely delicious. That cream cheese with the provolone, with the buffalo chicken, it is perfect. There's just the right amount of buffalo too. It's not overpowering, and there's just the right amount of like provolone and cream cheese. So it's just, it is spot on with that hamburger bun that's nice and toasted. All right, so moving on to the barbecue chicken. All right, this one is definitely not spicy at all.
I like that one. So the chicken that really good.
That one's really good?
Yeah, that one.
I really like that. The sauce is just tangy enough and pairs well with the chicken.
I agree.
Very good.
It pairs well with that cheese as well. I mean, it's not like your traditional barbecue sauce. It's more on the tangy side, but it is really good. I mean, it's even kid approved, right? So, last one, Ellie, I don't think you're gonna like this one. It's got jalapenos. It's gonna be super spicy, so we're gonna skip you on this one. I'll go straight to Mom.
I actually really like that. Normally, I would think like jalapeno was like a little too spicy, but I actually really like that. It's not it's not too spicy for me. Like my mouth kind of has that like heat tingle to it, but the taste is really good. You can still taste the chicken. It's not like overpowering with the spice, and the cheese really makes it a good balance. I like it a lot.
I agree. Though, I mean, you do get that zing from the jalapenos, like she said. It's not too spicy, but it pairs well with the bacon and all of that. I mean, it's really good. So, with that being said, all of these are absolutely delicious. I highly recommend all of them. And at very least, at least try the hamburger buns because they are delicious. So with that being said, if you like this video, hit the like button down below. If you want to see more like it, hit the subscribe button, notification bell so you can be notified every time I make a new video. Until next time, we'll see you later.
Bye bye.
Say bye, Baby Yoda.
Bye bye, baby Yoda.